Hello, and welcome to the podcast. Guru, we are back again. Tichipinda munyaya, tichinyatsopinda nemukati munyaya dziri kuitika munharaunda matiri. I'm your girl Bridgetti, Mambondiani, and with my dear sister, the celebrity.
Yes, my lawyer Manyama.
Thank you.
Anditi. I'm Thulani Machisa, and yeah.
It's nice. It's nice to be here, you know, especially considering I'd like to take it as Africa Month. In fact, I wouldn't say, of course, the day was 25 May, but more African Month, you know, where we get to feel we are the people.
Hands with my boy.
Oh, my boy.
I'm with my boy.
You know, I've always wondered where that came from. What it is on the trimmer boy. Wasn't that sort of an undermined by the white people to say, "Hey boy,
right?
Trimmer boy."
To be honest, I mean, but anyway, but let me try to create something. But then, so maybe Tango shades were a similar boy like. But no funga slaves are one angari warume.
Hey boy. But the thing with Africans, Manjika, is how we are able to embrace these things, you know. And we are fine with saying, you know, I didn't dream boy, dream African vele. I'm a black person, and I'm proud to be one. So I mean, there's my day 25 May.
25 May, usually those ngana matari kuzimba zedu vanana ngoita mustands kwachindo patinongana semuri saka toita sina so yeah takagara sema boys
I feel like the day came with peer pressure because in fact the previous day, because 25 May yacho tatsipaden, it was a holiday, but for the 24th my schools angaine preschools and the African chichi. Hey, and I found it was very tricky kuti uzo did you say mwana uri kumfekeza chicha icho chaicho
ndo stress
because I mean for me is it about the color, is it about the print? And you know, when it comes to our African clothes, what's the Zimbabwean African clothing like?
Okay, I think Zimbabwe is the place is in a very distinct attire. Because the machira of course tane machire so machire red and black
or that's red. Oh, okay, interesting facts.
And but the Shona tribe, if we go by the museum here pana Rotterdam,
okay,
you get to see an attire in Ema beads. It's very short for the ladies. It's very short in Ema beads. So in their way, Robert Scotch my beads black and white.
Black and white.
Exactly.
I think as far as colors are concerned, a lot of people are of the view that black and white is indeed the Shona culture of colors. But you know, for most kids that I saw, African attire, and by the mere fact that you know the African attire, I guess whenever the issue of being dressed like an African comes across the room, African attire.
But indeed, abana attire Africa. And you know,
I thought those clothes were for Nigerians. Growing up, and I had always seen them in Nigerian movies, and perhaps thought that's Nigerian culture.
I think Nigeria played a very big role in contributing to our attire.
And now everyone is just content that an African attire is that.
And looking at the fact here, pa TV, African movies are not dominator when it comes to African content. Saka ndo zvatinoona, ndo zvatinochira. So our ideas are garantongobva from there.
But you know what, at some point but I was looking at this post which was made by UNESCO. So I suppose these candidates were asked to dress in their cultural clothing.
Okay.
So for the one from South Africa, you could see that she was dressed like a Xhosa with those hats,
beautiful.
Yeah, from the other ones, you could really see it was stunning. Then the guy from Zimbabwe, Angaka is a dish towel. Right. I don't know what it was dish towel, but Angaka is such a dish towel or Musoro. Oh boy, Sanika, oh boss, I don't know if you've seen Zimbabwe. Exactly. Zimbabwean. So it was their poster for African Day.
Oh my God.
For Zimbabwean, our guy Anga Kaisa Dishtaro Msoro Agapika dress, and I'm like, so it got me thinking, Kuti, you know what, I think somebody should just come out and try to educate us on, you know, Zimbabweans, black and white, yakadai.
Exactly,
Mandebele, so. But you know, the issue is that now that we've talked about culture and tonton, you know, kumwe kwa zuri kupisaka kumakala. And it's guys.
But it's Africans, you don't want Africans.
But I don't want kupi.
Gagadziri. CALA. Mira. Hanzi CALA zvinorevei. Continuous assessment learning activity.
Oh, continuous assessment.
Saka tiri pamakala. Hey, gadzira unyebere. But anyway, I'm just unyebere history.
Okay.
But from my own understanding, I think the idea was kuti mwana aitewo hands-on. Achigadzirawo zvimwe zvinhu like from the history items zvataiwana kudhara.
Okay, you know what? When it comes to Makala, I think the idea on its own was okay. But feasibility, the way it's being implemented, it's not working. Because kukuta chokwadika, arkuita CALA, ndisuva na sisi, ni my parents.
You're right.
It now seems as if it's us parents who are being tested how much you know. Not necessarily the child. No. Because in the mninga wangu pagato ya kumbachita arkuda mkombeka. Gokondo vakanuchaka mkombe vakamika shokti aita mkombe aida now.
And I think should kutobudisa mari yakawanda. Because inini sembereki futi. And in that time, yekugadzira mkombe. As much as I have got the knowledge, or maybe, ndakutonobuditsa mari kuti ndiutenge. Because mwana uyu arikuita project, utawe mwana wana dissertation, zozoti unotakunzisa tsitsi wakatarisa right. And neshona ndine content na agriculture.
And I'm like, okay, so wangu uda draw moyo.
This other time I got into a real business. Ndakaenda kuno Google moyo, which I found kwenda pa A4. So you're not just drawing a tiny moyo, bro. You're going to draw zim. Apa uta sanduto sangu my little sister. I'm like, testing it cheap but chakwa just you could draw. So let me just try. I did.
I still remember recently it's last year I had to help a cousin of mine kuti draw a mofu. Guys. Those things are.
So imagine, kuti murikupiwa nguwa yekunzi no, you can go on internet, download a picture over one printer.
Kumusha, because I mean it's not everyone who has that access. I think that's where the loopholes are in our education system. The fact that there's a general assumption but I think we are very far from that, because you know what, there are still some communities that guys it's probably Mbudzi one.
And Mbudzi inoshanda neighborhood yes inonzi aiwa chimbofone after 10 minutes nditume mwana anoshedza migraine
kuti
vauye.
And the most painful part anditi ndeyekuti zvonizo zimsek is zimsek. It doesn't look at where you are coming from. No, zimsek is zimsek. At the end of the day, but I think this also brings, recently I was reading kuti Sonizo, there were these Nigirikini, what are they called? My education assessment. So there was an ongoing program. They were trying to look into the Education Act and try to tell them their views. And I think if at times we attend to these things, and that's when we can actually also put our voice to say, you know what, CALA. It's fine kuti mwana ange achidzidza computers, anga achidzidza technology, anga achita economics and stuff. It's fine like that, because I believe kuti vana vari kudzidza kunana essay you find kuti kubva grade 3 yake actually 15 subjects, and they include science, technology and what. But I think what we should look into as a country is it feasible with the resources that we have? And if not, titange tagadzirisa papi before we move into that.
I think they tried kumboisa ma computers kumamisha, and you know,
but you know what,
because kumamisha achoka, it's not every school yamaisa ma computers and mageti acho sorry guys,
Zimbabwe kana ari poker nguva yoyo, if you have to cook iron tibota ngobairira zvese, otherwise sadza rinozosara rokwata nehiti yestove magetsi aenda kudhara zvatovharana. But you know what, on another note, I had this theory yekuti hanzi CALA, and they're kind of helping parents and children come together as they help each other in their education. I don't know what's your take on that. Kuti since mwana akuya nemoworketi, alright mama, tavunzwa kuma IT kuti zvakati, so the parent gets their phone, sits down with the child, so it's giving the parent and the child more time to bond.
Guys, Mirai, okay, I think I'm boy titotongoti, no, it's a lie. I think mama houses households arikuzviitawo zvokutoti vanotogarawo pasi nemwana wavo voita homework. Then there are some vagara atoriwo nebasa, asi bosi pabasa pake, atoriwo nework irikufanira kunzi
irikufanira kusubmit
handiti. And then iwewe yako junior uri kuuya neyako
atizopedzera zvakuwanza hasha mumba. Imagine uri kuenda mama vabva nestress dzavo dzekubasa, kusina pay yakakwana, kusina chi, and you're like mama tibatsirewo IT, unobvamburudzwa.
And worse off, the shona yemazuva ano, you're like ndikuzoti bvudzi rekupedzisira repabhiza rinonzi chii, because some questions were getting
zvimwe zvinhu zviri kubvunzwa
unoexpose
because ini ndakatombofunga kuti mwana wacho even akagara muexam anozozvifunga here kuti hanzi bvudzi rebhiza rinonzi chii.
Aiwa chero apedza.
I really think there's a lot that needs to be done in terms of that
I think when it comes to these things, identifying talent yemwana kana vari mudiki uchiona kuti no uyu munhu uyu anotongogona zvekudrawa and ati ndo yake. I think if we just come up with things zvekuti toita makala iwawo iri according to art, CALA iyoyo iri according to agriculture, we are not going to agree. All right, iwewe tiri kuda lettuce from your garden, let's help you do this. Anokurawo anechi.
Plus I feel like hazo perhaps in the future generation, because avemazuva vari kutozvidzidzaka kana zvikazogara mupfungwa, it means kuti future generation zvezvakushanda, because vanenge vanazvo mupfungwa vakwe impact knowledge on vapana vadiki. It's just an assumption to perhaps maybe it needs more time, but it's it just made me think of something. So parent-child relationship mudzimba umo. I mean, your point of view in our society, vabereki nevana, at what, because I think kuti kana uri kadikika till your preteens munogononga muri bo, but from there onwards nema kumirishongana
ndotongofila kuti mwana akatena 14 or 15 you had 2 mothers in the house.
Oh, okay.
Because uyane pfungwa dzake mama vane dzavo. Remember munhu akarerwa namai vake
dzikwatinobva vakasiyana siyana
munhu akarerwa namai vake saka nyaya dzana mama idzi nevana some ukanyatsoona vanowirirana chaizvo aiwa vanenge vachidanana but now tinosvika pakuti the parents love yamazuva ano it's now more of spoiling than actually loving mwana and it comes futi kunana dedi nevana futi ana dedi vemazuva ano ndinakura ndichitambura handidi kuti mwana wangu atambure so pane kamwe kekuti kudhara kwedu culture yedu yokuti unoona mwana achikisa baba goodbye, good night. You're like, what the hell is going on?
Online. Mama makisi ana baba nevana atikuonaka. I bego, and you're like, okay, what is this? No, the child should grow up in a lovely environment so that akazoliwa have. I mean, this is us adapting and adopting, and but at the same time, you also have those questions. They would say, is it really working? Is it really working? But I think, I think because of the general economy, the general circumstances that we are living in Zimbabwe, one thing that I've realized for sure is that my parents, Majinji, are stressed. And because those parents are stressed, at times they don't know how to release the anger. Kuna sure there was this one time and akakwira mukombi met this lady so mwana akaita sego ankagara pakadoma so conductor angachangobva kuti mwana wenyu ari pakadoma ndabhadhira 50 cents. Then the mother was like, but that's how we run one task, but rakagara because I'm going to other family members. So ngozi yama conductor hey chichi moms atikuta izvozvo chichi muzrimeka kutambura until so the next thing the kid akanozambirira pamakumbo pamai vacho matuke wakaitwa mwana yeye unangochapindira kuti guys what is this? She went further to even slap the child when I agapeza half of the journey achicheba. But one thing that I figured out is kuti my uncle has no problem ni mwana oneswa anga aita. But that thing like stress, pressure and I think kuti mwana ari easy kubuditsira pressure sometimes because anogonosa kupindura zvasi ana windu iwe kuti ukada kutangana na wind nenyaya idza munosimudzana ukadzika
tiri pakupindura I think ka twemazuva ano tinenge chito ene twakutaura chirungu ka but language ka English ka it's not polite at all and it's also it's interesting for us or to us rather kuti tione mwana wedu achitaura English you get so don't do that. Why? Wakambonza usadaro kabvunza kuti sei mundirambidza unei madaro. I think in Shona Stombobude that combination yekunzi nembereki usadaro obvoti nei Stombobude, but I mean if you have to say don't do that and say why it sounds a lot better. You get bent makutotaura nditi so now mwana uchongokura chijaira tinobvunzana tinopindurana
but Hansi, that's it, make them feel free and like I said we are transitioning adapting to the zvakafanana nemazuva ano guys they is facing the wall. I'm just saying you know what Cap it's zvakafanana nehembe Thulani ukuzvinzwisisa zvakafanana nehembe dzatiri kupfeka makangochinja mukatanga kungopfeka mazuva ano do you know kuti when your kid misbehaves unomutarisa madziro haumurove. Yeah, and
whose house? Where are you living? I want to go there.
Go online.
Who are your parents?
Mwana aka misbehave. Anonzitatsa madziro and think about what you've done.
Oh really?
So I grew up kumusha kwa Mtare and this him. So why is it kana wanga wa itatumwe tumsikanzi kwa maskati. Gogo wangu inonga ine mtemo yekuti munhu anorohwa adya sadza.
Right.
No,
that's discipline.
But takasvika pakuzvibata kuti alright usazofunga kuti kana gogo vanyarara masikati waita zvinhu zvako zvapera munodya sadza murongedza maplates shamu yobva yabuda pasi pesofa modhaiwa sere gogo wako sezvotanzi kurowa panzi no wait for supper eat supper wapedza waguta wobva wanzi masikati ongochite. So there's this time metata kuziva tactic. I still remember me and my uncles ne kana tisozoti taporonga we'd stay outside musacho kwaitambwa kusvika kuma8 vanhu vari panze vachidhileya kuti se kunodya sadza, but at the end of the day waenda kunoridya sadza wosvika nyaya yako iri papa ekakumirira wodisciplinwa. Go face the Thulani. Go think about what you have done.
Okay.
Or else we ground you. You know, you are grounded for a week. So for that week, you just stay in your room. And the irony of it is that the kid is in their room with their phone.
Like, no, I took the phone. I confiscated it for like 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
But I guess perhaps it works for some people. But
some,
yeah,
I don't know what you guys think about
it's
this
gonna
issue.
Take a long time.
But I really feel kusarowa kuita vanaka kukunyanyisa msikanzo. And I actually think kuti ndaindaga ndisina kurowa ndichiita zvokutaridziswa madziro amaimbondiona pani because nebeating iyoyo kanabvoke musikanzo kacho kachiripo but katidzikire chimanje nesorowa.
But I think the whole idea behind it was perhaps to stop vanozorovesesa. Kune vanozorovesesa.
No, varipo
unoti guys, you cannot beat up your child kusvika musana wese watsemuka. That's beyond. But I guess the approach should be rather explaining to people when you are disciplining your child, you discipline to this extent. Kana wako end up wakudarikira. But you know what? This was touching on my youngsters. Let's move to us, my adolescents. This is my adolescents, right? Going into adulthood, thinking we are adults, and our parents still thinking we are young. But I think problem iripama parents they tell us to be responsible like adults, but yet they want us to behave like children. I think ipapapo paritriki, but tiri ipapapo. Pane phrase randakanzwa kuma streets hanzi if your parent is not parenting, solution iblesser.
Let the blessers bless us.
Hansi, if my parent is not parenting, I'm helping them. I can get a blesser and he'll cover everything.
Okay. My blessers, tikure kuti my blesser vakadzi nevarume or blessers tikurerekera kudoncha.
Wagoti ndikure my blessings ekuchechire wako.
Because ndiri mwana kwaya ndinyaso.
Okay. But idena hangu alright. Semunhu achiri kubva. Kana tichiti blesser, I'll tell you. There are some features I not describe what a blesser is. Chekutanga guys, hakuna blesser re-age yako. Hakuna blesser age yako. Anditi kana perversity katatola zve blesser ka. Those people are normally kuma 37 above. These professors. These are older people vakashandira zvinhu zvavo vane zvinhu zvavo. Number 2, blesser should have money.
Money and the wife.
Who blessing wacho unobva pakuchi pamari. You get it. Third thing is that a blesser, like you said, has his own family. I'm 45 and single. I just who? Like you.
For who and for what? What are you talking about?
And single. That's another thing. Then blesser, in as much as I could blesser marry, he has to get something in return.
He has to be blessed too.
He also has to be blessed. And it is. Then I think I recall both genders.
And it is.
Then I think the opposite in terms of gender, I don't get the sugar mommy.
right
anenge achinzi sugar mommy with the same thing munhu muhombe already established but anongodawo kungotamba nevana so handiti so the thing my universities is kuti inongana zvakuomera guys. I'm not saying this to encourage anything, but I'm just saying what I have heard. As kana zvakuomera akangouya achingoti hi Thulani, I'm married. These days, those people are very factual about their status. I'm not married.
Which is good. No.
I think it's to put you in a corner. It's to put you in a corner whereby you are told, Kuti, you cannot choose to be married. You can never call that person's half midnight.
Which is, you know, now we know to talk for our time,
and the thing, you know what, even when you're already guilty trapped, because it tells you, Thulani, I'm married, and it's but I will not go when my marriage. Yeah, but you know, I like you. You are interested. So first day, you know, this is $100. Just go and enjoy with your friends.
No, I'm saying
this is first day.
What's that?
Thulani, honestly, Kuma University, but you know, some people are being blessed with $20 chai. It's painful. Munhu unotonzwa ningi ari kufamba nechidhara chakadai osoba
chumba 20
wona uzotarisa kuti ana chaicho oda chikurakidza kuti ari kublesswa only to realize kuti no ari kublesswa naye yacho $20. Nothing much.
No, I think now takudzokera kumba kuti kwakamira sei munhu kumba uku ari kubva anei ende chichikuitika todzokera kuma parents edu. What are they offering to their children? I remember there is a time I was once asked to tea komari makuiwana kupi auchandibvunza pocket money. Which is an honest question from a parent. Because I don't know what see and chikoro munhu wese ari kuchengetwa so upanani. You get.
I get it.
So kumba, I think it has to do with our parents. Ngavambomira kuti tachembere zvongosha taura zvizvo zvokuti takura unofana kuzvionera ende pacho tinozvionera ndinozvionera zvekuti at times nditozongonyara kuti
bataine apa
because ndinayo
at the same time guys kune this other kid aindudzoti ake my parents they can even go to the extent of saying kwaari iye kuti you know what sibling yako kuchikoro kwavo kuri kudiwa chakati so aunawo $20 ere utipewo handiti
so that business yaukurana
business we're talking about the regular university student vakatotambira vabereki vakatopiwa mari iyoyoyo. You get it? So I think, yeah, it goes back kudzimba dzedu kuku, but beyond that, Thulani, for some people also, no, but my parents they're trying so hard. At least for the basics that they can take care of. Mana are being taken care of. But that peer pressure university. Because we generally know kuti munhu uyu kumba kwaoka ari kutobva ine tag ari kutobva akapekerwa manoodles ne10 beans anti but chaari kungoda handichi isocial media lifestyle yekuti postera kuti anga ari kudhebhani ukoko akaenda kuUB40 nezuro. You get it? And then you're like it's very tricky, and because of that now zvakuita pakuti titadze kudistinguisha kuti ndeupi ari kuita zvinhu izvi because they are truly desperate so that they can get help, or ndeupi ari kungozviita because of perhaps peer pressure.
No, but anyway, let's not try kuchenesa nyaya yemablesa. Nyaya yemablesa itori bad. Aiite. I think someone should just try kuzvishandira. You know, there are so many jobs you can do out there.
People are doing that. I really think, especially to the girl child guys out there, guys. Do you know kuti MCing, talking,
exactly.
Kunyurira munhu munhu assignment kunobhadhara
unopedzisira wakutengesa zvinhu kune mablesa zvaungosingade which you will regret. In return unogona kuti kupiwa mari upiwa chakadai uchitopiwa nechimwe chinhu chinozokanganisa
in the future. But you know what, nyaya yemablessers it's a topic for an entire day. Because at some point utanzi, no, I'm dating that guy because of genuine love, and 45 wakasiyana naye 20 years because of genuine love. So that one, it's a topic for a whole day. But anyways, here we are, Patare Guru, and this is us checking out. Ciao.
See you next time. Mwah.